Hey, not yet.
Give it a couple seconds because of commercials.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Captain Chris Johnson and Marty DeGarmo here. We have some crazy stuff we want to tell you, but let me start off with Mr. Marty DeGarmo, because give him all the respect, Marty. Take it away, brother.
What is happening? Am I muted? No, I'm not. I hear it is at 10:10 p.m. Why are we on? I asked myself the same question earlier. No, I can't be on tomorrow. I'm going to be busy. So I wanted to do my live tonight. I was talking with Chris and I said, why don't we do a live together? And it was spur of the moment. So here we are together doing a live. Tonight's theme is pretty much what we've been talking about, but I wanted to emphasize this. Today they talked about value, and then we also talked about in the last few days all of the people out there that you guys know who I'm talking about. Most of you that come to this are diamonds in the rough, but there are a few out there that either because their connections or how they were brought into the company are kind of left out drifting alone in the water. I would like to try to get some of these diamonds and rubies and all these precious gems moved to the top so they can have a voice. So I would like everyone to start working on that, to try to bring people closer and closer in so that they can be involved. I think that would be absolutely fantastic. Now I got to find out something. Hold on. It doesn't look.
While you're doing that, Marty, let me remind everyone, tonight's P&G webinar has been postponed due to they have their election and people are voting. So we will continue back next Saturday at midnight or Sunday of next week. P&G will be back on, but this week they're doing a little voting. Wish David, and I know there's a few other founders of P&G that are running for some elections positions over there. We wish you all the luck. You ready yet, Marty? Or want me to keep talking?
Yeah, keep talking for a minute.
Okay, well, I'll do a little thing Marty's pointing on. Listen, there's a lot of countries. You know, we're in over 200. Man, we're in every country. Let's just break it out like that. There's countries out there that maybe have maybe 20 or 30 people. I want to hear from you. I know every single country's got a whole bunch of diamonds in the roughs or shiny gems, like Marty said. Hey, I'm looking for real people that are honest and true to themselves, and they're honest and they're true to a passive, what it's all about. All right. Anyone can come out here and hoop and holler, and I'm going to know if you're real or not. But I'm looking for those countries that we haven't really heard of them yet. Talking about, we found Philippines. Woohoo. Remember that lady, Marty? My God. Do you remember her name? Emily D. Guzman. All right. And then we had Latoya Francis and her father, Edward, the other day. Bing. Look at 3 diamonds in the rough that came out of nowhere. All right. But I'm looking for those far, far countries. And so is Marty. So is Julie, Red. All of us. We're looking for people who want to make a difference in their lives and people's lives. But there's a lot of countries we haven't heard from yet. We know you have founders over there, but we haven't heard you talk. And don't worry about if you don't speak English. We'll find a translator for you. I can promise you that. Marty, are you ready yet? My tap.
I believe so. Keep talking for a minute.
All right. And we do want to thank, last week we had a lot of really crazy webinars, good webinars, lots of questions coming in every day. Really, guys, there's no questions right now as far as I'm concerned. All right. Everything is going right down the runway perfect. It's the smoothest runway you've ever seen. We've already hit the bumps, the big hills. All right, it's like Ash said, it's going to be all downhill from here now. He's going to be real busy, I got to believe, in the next couple of weeks. So I want you, and I'm asking you to be patient, all right? Still continue to stay plugged in. You watch our 360s. We have lives from all 3, myself, Marty, and Red. Man, you got Pat Parent, Sherry Dursway, Julie Wen, the Angels, Terry Thompson, Sherry Dursway. I mean, there's so many people out there talking about it, and they're talking about the right way. They're keeping it positive. They want to show you the value of impassive, and it's just going to keep getting better from there. But we're this close, guys. this close. Stay patient, stay plugged in, and stay positive. Oh, the 3 Ps. I think I just made that up, Marty. Are you ready now?
I'm ready. It didn't come on right away on the channel, so it missed the first part, but no big deal. I'll go back over it now. I would not be able to do a live tomorrow, so we did one early or late Saturday night. So we're here at 10:10 at night. Main thing we were talking about, me and Chris, is I would hate to see this. A lot of this journey, most of us were fortunate enough to be able to tie in through Zoom, different avenues of different groups and talk and stay plugged in. Some people are in groups or under people that aren't plugged in, but would want to be. They want to be plugged in. So what we do is, if you see this or you're watching this or you're watching it on another channel, contact myself, Chris, come to some of the webinars, get your hand held up. We want to hear from you. You might have a great idea. There's ideas all over the place. We definitely have a voice. And if you have a voice, you should be heard. I'm hearing more and more new people that I've never heard that have been around for a couple of years. Like I'm hearing names and I'm thinking of what they must have just joined. Not necessarily, but they were behind a rock or behind somebody and nobody saw them. But you got to wave your hand or do something in the crowd so we can see you, and then come forward, make a statement. Listen, there's not a bad statement. The worst statement you can make is none at all. To have something on your mind or care about something and don't bring it up. This platform was designed for the average man and woman to reach their potential. And to me, that's the most valuable part of this company. It was designed with heart. We know that. It was designed with technology second to none. We know that. And we know that value was built in. If you start up with value and heart and caring for your fellow man, who can compete with that? I don't see it. I don't see it. And the reason it is the engineered part of Unpassive, because it was engineered that way, the only way that you can be in a competition with a company like this is be engineered the same way. And I don't know a company that's that way. Do I think people are going to work towards, will Unpassive cause other companies to work different? I think so. I do think so. Are they're going to race to see what works? All companies want to be where it works. Everybody wants to be here 10, 15, 20 years. But let's face the facts, most aren't. But if you focus on value, you focus on people, one of our top pillars in this company is their bless. It's one of the first things Ask brought out. But something that doesn't raise any money for the company. Zero. It raises money for the people in need. It blesses people in need. Who would do that? It's not capitalism as we know it. Capitalism is how much can I make? How quick can I make it? And what can I do it with less and less people? Can I make the cost real low and we make a high profit? Part of the way the things run. Ash has created something that's totally flipping the world upside down. Besides the technology of the company and the way it was designed, flipping the world upside down, he also has products, some we don't even know about it, that are going to flip the world upside down. And, to have that and us be part of that, us be able to say, I'm a founder of that company. Come on, that's a wild, wild thing to be part of. I would have never dreamt of this. Never, never, never. I'm going to turn it back over to Chris.
Yeah, Marty, it's every day when I do get up, I say this a lot of the times is I have a hard time even believing that I'm part of something that is this big. My whole life I've always heard that saying, if it's too good to be true, well, you know what they say. You know what? And I was one of those people that said that for years until I got into Impassive. Till I got in Passive, instead of just saying that saying, instead of just judging something I knew nothing about, I learned about it. I actually studied about it. Marty, hit your mute button there, buddy. I learned everything I could about it passive. Why? Because I knew exactly what was happening. What was happening was this guy come out with something brand new. You know what? If it was easy, you heard this one before. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it, right? All right. Well, let me tell you something. This has not been easy, especially for the Mafara family. What he's done, literally to go around the world to find special people with talents and technology, that was an easy task. That was one little thing. All right. Then he had to go out there and he had to find a way that every currency can get paid. And then he had to find someone that can do it. Now, if you thought that was easy, hey, go to your bank and ask for like a German dollar, whatever you want to call it. Think about it. See, none of you guys think about this. What he goes through on a daily basis. Look at my Saturday. I had an enjoyable Saturday. I was out painting. I was walking around in the sunshine. What do you think Ashman Fire was doing? He was working his butt off for all of us. That's the honest to God truth. Yeah, I'm sure he stops and eats something once in a while, but rarely. The man's clock just keeps going. And we're looking for people who are just like Ash. And we know it's going to be hard to find Ash Mafar as smart as he is, but there's a lot of Ash Mafars out there. Why I say that? Because a lot of you out there really do have compassion and hearts for humanity. Have you looked at the gas prices lately? Have you looked at cryptocurrency up and down? Really, no one knows what the economy, what's the recession? The bubble is about to break, folks. And I don't know about you, but when bubbles break like this, the best part of it is something brand new that's never been done before. Okay. Something that's been out there for years, but all shined up and ready to roll with higher power technology. It's going to be pretty amazing. The value, like I said the other day, I use it on this show too. Marty, Dan, Mike, the tech guys, they talk about the value. I know how I can show you value. And I said this kind of funnily last night. Go outside tomorrow, turn on your hose and put it by your mouth and just turn it on a little bit. Just where you're getting a little bit of water in your mouth, right? All right. That's that 1% we always talk about that's coming through on passive. Now I want you to crank that sucker all the way full blast. That water is going to hit you. You're going to be going crazy. All right. That's the feeling you're going to get when a passive launches to the world, because that water is going to be what we call apples and residual income. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Not only did I show you how you can feel it, because I want you to do it tomorrow. I don't want to find out 45 of you broke your teeth because you shoved it all the way in your mouth, but you got to understand, this is the only way I know how to break things down. Marty does it a whole different way. So does Red. But me, I look for real things. All right. The world right now is in a bad crisis. A lot of things aren't going very well. We all know that. Right now, the world, I said it last night, I'll say it again. Right now, the world needs a superhero. And that superhero, I say, is on passive. And it's got a really big cape. And that cape is going to cover the world. And it's going to help humanity. It's going to fix a lot of things. It's going to get people to places they've never been in their lives. So I'm rambling and I'm ranting because Julie's probably saying you're ranting, Chris. And that's okay. But let me tell you something. Julie Nguyen just did a live with 2 Vietnamese speaking people. She's representing Vietnam. She's Vietnamese. That's what I'm asking all of you to do. Get out of your hole in your country and start talking and helping your country. When we launch to the world, you're going to want to shoot for those resellers and customers. All right. There's 8 billion people in this world. Me, I want to see all 8 billion in a passive. It would be pretty cool. But at least in the first year, it's going to be blown away. But think about your country, what it's going through just right now. Just think about it. Imagine if you get 50,000 people the first week after we launch, let's say in the Philippines, let's say in Vietnam. Do you know what that's going to do for your country? Do you know the value I'm talking about right now? I'm not talking about America. I'm talking about the world. I'm talking about countries that we've never seen, or some of us never even heard about. Papua New Guinea, my God, I can't wait to show you Papua New Guinea. I'm going to say about 3 weeks after we launch. You're going to see some big changes in there. But on passive is the superhero. It's the superhero that this world needs. Gas prices through the roof, which means grocery food prices go through the roof. That means a lot of people can't even go on vacations anymore because airplane tickets are through the roof. All right. Get in a passive. Listen, pay attention to it. When we launch, Marty's going to have some things going. All right. That's why we need you to stay plugged in. Him and Mike and Dan are setting some up that you guys are going to have to pay attention to. It's not hard to do, but you're going to want to hear it. Marty, back to you, brother.
Thank God you were talking because Shorty's acting like a crazy man. No, very good. Once again, like Chris said in the beginning, but I'm not sure it was going through. Papua New Guinea's canceled this week. They're towards the end of their election, so they're doing some vote counting right now, I believe, and hopefully some really good people that we know will win. That would be fantastic. And I'm getting all kinds of notifications, trying to figure out what it is. Nothing big. But really, once again, I don't know how long between now and we actually start selling products, but I think it's going to be soon. They'll do testing, find out how their merchant accounts are working, and move on and move on and move on. And we're in good shape. We'll be in good shape until you're asked to pay for a subscription. So stay cool. Sounds to me like Mr. Mafar made it. There's no excuse you can't get started. And I love it. Everybody's going to be able to get started. Get in, get moving. You know, what I'm really excited over is I know, like Chris said, in a country like Papua New Guinea or parts of Africa where money doesn't float around like it does in the U.S., a few $100 here and there, and it's going to change lives quickly, much quicker than you might see here. And that's what I can't wait for. I can't wait for that. I can't wait. Look, I don't care about money. I said it before. I want what money can do. Money can give you freedom. Money can help me walk up and see somebody and bless them instantly. If I feel this guy needs help or this woman needs help, I can do it right now. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to do that shuffling. You know, I'm like a card dealer, you know. Do I pay this? If I pay that, I can't get this. If I buy this, I can't pay that. What the freak? I'm so tired of playing that. And I sucked at it too, by the way. But to be able to have enough income coming in that you don't have to worry about that means a lot. Also gives you freedom. There's one thing we don't have any control over. I asked it 100 times. Is time. 168 hours a week. From the richest man in the world to the poorest little boy in some country. 168 hours a week. If I'm passive, can change that 168 hours to something better. We did a lot. We did a lot. I think I said one time, I'm not going to change everybody's world, but I'm going to change someone's world. And that's what we can all do. And let me tell you something. No matter how good one man is, what is the impact of 1 million people that think and do the same thing? It's unbelievable. And if you help some little boy or some little girl, they'll remember it for the rest of their life. And one day they'll be walking up to that little boy and that little girl. Guess what they're going to do? They're going to remember what you did for them. Because it's contagious. Love is contagious. Giving is contagious. It's as contagious as being a nasty individual. But it feels so much better to give and help others. And when you do that, it's contagious. And what a thing to get infected with. Love and giving. And I see it already. I can tell by the way people are talking. And once again, if you're a diamond, a ruby, precious metal, I don't care who you are, where you're at, who you think you are. If you have an inkling in your mind, I want to be heard, raise your hand, come forward, come on any one of the webinars, talk to somebody if you're nervous, give some information. Chris is the easiest guy on the planet to talk to. Me, Julie, Red, you know all the people. I don't have to name them all. There's many, many of us. You come in, chat. Hey, I kind of want to have something to say. Say it. I'm hearing people now going, oh my gosh, where'd they come from? To me, that's the gift. The others are given. I don't sit around thinking, I know people think, What do you think to launch? What do you think? I don't think about it. And if you ask Mr. Mufara, ask him. I don't care if I'm there. Marty ever asked you when it's going to launch? When do you think it's going to launch? I guarantee he'll say no, because I don't. I don't want to know. Plus, I don't think he knows. Do I think he sets up a plan? I'd like to do it around this time. Yeah. But when you're dealing with 212 countries, hundreds of different currency, thousands and thousands of different laws, we got thousands of different laws just in the U.S. Each state. Now you picture that all over the world. One phone call, one meeting, something said can change things. So if you know how big we are and you know how big this octopus is, you know all the legs and where they're all going, to think something's going to happen at 12:02 p.m. on this date and something couldn't change that, there's something wrong with you. You got to wrap your head around, look, I don't care if you know the whole picture. Wrap it around what you know. That should be enough for you to go, holy cow, this is huge. That's the way I look at it. I don't know it all. I'm not sure I can handle it all right now. I was blown away last Monday. But we keep learning more. It's a good feeling. All all of us is, as said, keep the faith, trust the process, stay the course, stay engaged, and you will win. I didn't hear anything in there about give us your firstborn, sacrifice a lamb. You know, none of that was in there. Pretty basic, simple stuff. And probably within 1, 2, 3, 4 years, your life will be changed forever. Pretty good, considering usually it takes 40 years or 45 years to retire, and then you got to retire on less money than you made. Have fun with that, right? I struggled for 40 years. Now I'm gonna work on 60% less than what I made. Come on, that's why people are struggling. That's why you see the old guy giving out smiley faces in Walmart. It's really sad. Anyway, I'm gonna turn over to Chris, and if he's done, we're gonna shut it down. Yeah. Thank you for being here, by the way. I'm sorry we had a late notice, but that's why we were.
Kind of funny, Marty. You just kind of reminded me of a joke. I used to tease my buddies. We all went to different colleges, and I'd have a joke. And I think there was, what's the first thing an MLM person says a year after they started the MLM company? Welcome to McDonald's. Because MLMs, maybe there was 1 or 2 that might have worked. The rest of them, and passive is as real as it comes, folks. Nothing to do with, I'm not even supposed to say the word, but I like to remind people that this isn't that. This is a real brick and mortar business. You got 2 guys in here. We ain't getting paid a dime. We work our butts off. I'm not going to say around the clock, because I do sleep a couple hours of the day, because we care. We not only care about a passive, we care about changing your lives. I did 32 years in a factory, Ford Motor Company. I don't want anyone to have to do that. Marty, big wig manager at a big company. His stresses were a lot worse than mine. He doesn't want to have anyone to go through that. We're trying to help you. Stay plugged in. When this launches, resellers are going to come in hordes. People will be knocking on your door, ringing your doorbell, looking in your window to find you. Weren't you the guy or the girl that was talking about it passive? Man, I just saw it on the news. They just said it launched. This Ashton Mufara guy that they said all these bad things about. Where do I sign, Chris and Marty? Julie, Diane, where do I sign? These people are going to knock your front door down. The big bad wolf is coming down to see you. We are going to be the hunted. We're the hunted now. The problem is we can't do nothing for anybody but give them information about what's happening. But once we do launch, go buy yourself a whole bunch of ink pens. You're going to need them because people are going to want your signature. I guarantee it. On Passive Founders, Ash Mufara, Marty DeGarmo, it just doesn't get any better than this. And I get to wake up again tomorrow and I get to do this all again and think about it. Yeehaw! Christmas every day in the Johnson household. Marty DeGarmo, I'm done.
How sweet it is. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm going to wrap it up. Hey, thanks everybody for being here. Sorry for the late notice, but I'd rather do it than not do it at all and do it early. Yeah, be ready. Things are changing. The chapter changes. New chapters coming. It's going to be a beautiful read. It's going to be a beautiful journey. It's only getting quicker and quicker. Big things happening. We're part of it. It's mind blowing. Always remember to say your prayers for Mr. Mafar and his family. He's the one walking through coals, dodging arrows, and smiling on his face. I don't know how he does it. But anyway, I love you all. Thanks for being here. And if you're a diamond, we want you. So pop your head up. We'll grab you. That's what we do. We're diamond hunters. I'll see you all. God bless.